Hi everyone, my name is Mr Cassell and I am here to support you with your first Spike Prime build. Remember, you can pause this video at any point to allow time to follow along. Teachers, here is a link to the teacher resource. When you open the Spike Lego app, you'll be prompted to choose either Spike Essentials or Spike Prime. You can also alternate between the two by using the tab in the top right of the home screen. For this lesson, we would like to use Spike Prime. On the home screen of the Spike app, you will notice it has a navigation banner. These will be down the left-hand side of the screen. These buttons will allow you to navigate between the tabs. The tabs include Home, Start, Units, Build Instructions, and My Projects. Under the Start tab is tutorials that will introduce you to each of the sensors that come packaged with the Spike Prime. The tutorials will offer guidance on connecting and using the sensors, along with coding experiences that only use the required coding blocks in the tutorial. If you haven't already, I encourage you to check them out. Though today, we are going to complete a challenge from the Units tab. Each lesson takes approximately 45 minutes. If a unit hasn't been accessed before, you may need to download these. It is a good idea to work in pairs or groups of 3. It is also wise to have assigned roles within the group. Some potential roles could be a builder, a programmer, manager, and even a note taker to document the process. When you do another unit or build, you should rotate roles so that everyone can experience each part of the process. Select the Units tab, choose the green coloured theme titled Invention Squad. You'll be completing activity number 2 today, the Hopper Race. This unit focuses on using various Lego pieces to assist with movement and utilising varied codes to create a faster moving hopper. Teachers, this unit is aimed at Stage 3 and 4 students, but could easily be amended for Stage 2 students. The app will provide a step-by-step guide to building the model. It will also provide a basic code script to get the model started. You can select to head straight to the code or build the model first by utilising the sidebar arrows and the title buttons. These instructional steps are not linear and can be moved forward and backwards as needed. Remember to use the lid of the Spike Prime kit as a building base to avoid losing Lego pieces. Once you have built your hopper model, it will need to be connected to your hub. Select the hub button on the project screen. Power on the hub and press the connection button. Follow the on-screen prompts until you see your hub appear in the connection pane on the right-hand side of the screen. Once your hub is connected, you can download your program to the hub by clicking the 3 dots next to the stop button and choosing which number in the sequence you would like to save this code. You can have up to 3 codes downloaded to one hub at a time. Now that you have your model created and your code downloaded to the Smart Hub, it is time to challenge yourself. Consider ways that you can improve your prototype so that it moves faster without using wheels. Share your thinking with your group members. Use your design and production planning template to record your ideas and diagrams of potential designs. Don't forget to consider what your coding will require. Teachers, this may be an opportunity for another lesson, focusing on refining and enhancing the prototype. Teachers, here is a link to the template that follows the department's design and production framework, which is useful for planning and recording actions in all STEM tasks. Could you build in the colour sensor and code your model to start when it senses a certain colour, and then to stop on another colour? Could your hopper make sound effects when it reaches the end of the racetrack? There are many things that you could code your hopper to do using the sensors that come with the Spike Prime. Don't forget to power off your hub at the end of your lesson and to place your Lego pieces back inside the Spike Prime kit. If you are going to continue refining your prototype, it might be a useful idea to store your prototype under the shelves in your kit or by placing them on the kit lid. Be sure to store them somewhere safe. There are lots more support resources in the stem.t4l library and on our YouTube channel. We'd love to hear how you and your students are using this kit. So join the conversation with other teachers like you in the Facebook group or in the Yammer community. Just search for stem.t4l. Have fun and get creating.